Hey guys, this is All Stream That, back with another episode of MLB The Show 19 Road to the Show with our second baseman, and we still have one game left in our challenge to commit no errors. And we're going to be playing two series again today, and those are going to be at home against Oakland, and then we are going down to Texas to play the Rangers. So let's get into the games. And we're going to be doing some T drills today, and that will help our contact versus right and left. And here's our first game in Oakland, and our first appearance is in the field. Top of the first, no outs and a runner on first. And we turn a double play. Not too shabby. And we are hitting .382 on the season with 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, and 5 stolen bases. So we're going to call a couple timeouts and see if we can't get a pitch up and in. So let's see if it's going to work this time. That was not up and in. That was closer to up and in than the first one. And that should be a hit, maybe? Yes. So we get on base. And the count is 3-1. And we're going to run here. As soon as they throw it. As soon as he starts throwing it to the plate, we're going to take off. There we go. Well, at least we stayed out of a double play. That's a good hit and run. And here's Mike Trout. And the count is 0-2. And he has struck out. He is not very dependable when I'm on base. And here's CJ Crone. There's 2 outs, so we're just going to run regardless. And that is going to be caught just in front of the warning track for out number 3. And here we are in the bottom of the third. It's tied at 2. Nobody on and nobody out. We're going to call a couple timeouts. And see if they're finally going to give us our pitch up and in. They did, but it was a slow one. So that's 2 sliders in a row. And he's really liking that slider. And there's a 4-seam outside for ball 1. And that looks like it's going to be another hit. And we're going to stop it first. And we get another leadoff hit. Oh, he caught that. Wow. It looked like it lagged just for like a split second, and I thought he dropped it. We are up by 1, though. There's 1 out. And we'll go ahead and take it to second ourselves and finish the double play by throwing it to first. So we are 2 for 2. We're going to try this again. And I'm going to guess it's going to be either a curveball or a slider. And we popped out. Seems like I'm having more luck on the ones that I don't call for that for. It is the bottom of the 7th, and it is tied with nobody on and nobody out. And he's probably going to throw a changeup. That's a 2-seam and it's low. And that is... Oh, we're just going to run back to first right now. And with that throw, we would have made it to second, but that's fine. There we go. Another good hit and run. We're staying out of those double plays. And here's Mike Trout. I think we're going to go. He's very undependable. He shouldn't have even swung at that. So now the bases are loaded with 1 out. We got it. They actually let us make that tag. And top of the 9th with 2 outs and it's tied. There we go. Two outs. And I definitely want to call that timeout, and I want to call another one. So 2 outs and a runner on first. It should be up and in. Wow, okay. And it's now the top of the 10th. Runner on first and nobody out. Okay. First and second with nobody out. There's no way that we could have got to that. Now there's runners on first and third with 1 out. And they just won. Well, they haven't won, but they got ahead. And we have lost. We committed an error. I'm assuming that was a base running error that I committed. I don't know where that would go into fielding errors, but here's our second game against Oakland. We're going to call the 2 timeouts. We're going to see if he's going to throw one up here. So I could have sworn that that says up and in, but they never throw it up. Maybe next time I call for that, I'm just going to swing in the lower part of the zone, because that seems to be where it's actually at. And see, top of the second. Nobody on, nobody out. There we go. We grounded out in the first. We're going to call our timeouts. And they finally pitched up. So they actually got that one right. And now there's nobody on, or there's a runner on third and nobody out. And there's out number one. The count is 3-2, one out, runners on the corners. And that's a double play to end that half of the inning. And let's just try to drive a run in. And I don't know if this is going to work with a challenge. But we will see. And we failed the challenge. And I don't think we're going to win this game. And here we are 0 for 3 today.
And leading off for the Angels, the second baseman, Benny Beaver.
We're calling our timeouts. And is that going to be a hit? That won't be a hit. That we reached on an error. There we go. We got all the way around to third on that. I would much rather have Simmons at the plate when I'm on first than Trout. So there's nobody out. Yep, and we have scored. We're down by 7. The top of the ninth with nobody out and a runner on first. And a good double play. And we open up the bottom of the ninth, down by 7. We're going to call our timeouts. here we go. And it seems like they are pitching it down and in rather than up and in. So here's Simmons.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Andrelton. Simmons.
Ah. Double play. We weren't going to win that one anyway. And here's our third and final game against Oakland.
The second baseman.
And we need to call our timeouts here. So we're going to be ready to swing up or down. Right there. That was in. That was right down the middle, and it was a change. Okay, that was a fastball up and on the outside of the plate. There we go. It's ball 1. And we struck out, and he dropped it and threw it to first to complete it. And we are down by 1. So runner on first with nobody out. And we got the double play. And we're hitting 379 on the season. Let's just go for a single or better.
The second baseman, Benny Beaver.
And we're going to call our timeout. And let's see if they're going to give us something good here. And we pop that up to first. And we're going to go for it again. It's the bottom of the 7th, and we're down by 1 with 1 out and a runner on first. And he's going, and he is out. So I don't know if that cancels my 2 timeouts. Apparently not. But it doesn't matter as we pop it out to center.
Leading off for the Athletics.
Top of the 8th, nobody on and nobody out. It's an easy ground ball. There's out number 1. And there are no outs. Runners on first and second. Oh! Now the bases are loaded with nobody out. Okay, we're just going to try to advance the runner, and we're down by 1. And there's 2 outs. Okay. And he just ended the game. That was a stupid play. My attention has been drawn to your base stealing numbers. They are not good. Just go ahead and be frank. Statistically, getting caught stealing or picked off is very, very costly to a team. Well, of course it is. The guy that stole the base at the end of the last game, or attempted to, got the last out. Right. If you want to try to steal bases, do it in practice sessions until you get better at it. Understood. And here we are in Texas against the Rangers, and we are only one game behind them in the standings. So let's call a couple timeouts here, and we are hitting fourth. So if we can win today, then we are tied at the top of the standings with them. That is supposed to be up and in, but it's not. And we pop out to first base for the final out. And we're gonna call our 2 timeouts again. And that should be a 4-seam, I hope. And that's a hit. So now there's runners on first and second with nobody out. And here's C.J. Crone. We're going to take that extra step off. And that's a walk. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. Here's Brandon Drury. And he strikes out for the first out. And here's Cole Calhoun. He's 0 for 1 tonight, and the count is 0-1. And everybody's safe, and we get a run. And here's Russell Wells. And he strikes out, so now there's 2 outs with the bases loaded. And here comes Oliver Alfaro. Count is 0-1. And that is the 3rd out. We're going to try for a single or better. We're up by 2. And there's 2 outs with nobody on. And this should probably be a 12-6 curve. And we are on base. And there are 2 outs. That's a stolen base. I don't care what the coach says. That's our 6th on the year. And there's our 7th. That's what happens when you tell me not to steal bases. I just took 2 of them in a row, and I was standing up at third by the time the ball got there. Okay, so the count's 1-2. And we're not going to try that. There we go. And we've scored. The score is now 3-0. And it's still 3-0 with a runner on first. 1 out. And that's a double play. I think that was a double play. We need to call our 2 timeouts. Okay. And that is a pop-up to second base. That's the second out of the inning. Still up by 3. Okay, if he runs, he's ours. And he's not going to run. And that's a double play, all the way from third. And now we're up by 5. Top of the 9th with 2 outs. Nobody on. Okay, so that could be any of those pitches, really. And there we go. We're just gonna stop right there. He closed in on that real fast. I thought that was going to be at least a double. Thought it was going to go to the wall.
The first baseman, number 44, TJ.
There we go. That's our 3rd stolen base of the game. There we go. So they have to score 5 in the bottom of the 9th just to keep it going. And there's runners on first and second with nobody out. Okay, we got 1 out. And we've won. And here's our second game in Texas. And apparently they went down in order in the first. So it should be inside. And I'm probably going to go for a 4-seam. And we are in with the double. That will definitely work. And here's CJ Crone. Okay, we stole 3 bases last game. We stole second twice and we stole third once. No! Normally it doesn't react like that. Okay. Let's call our 2 timeouts. Still tied at the top of the 4th with 1 out. And runners on first and second. And that last one was a 4-seam. And that is out number 2, and they're not gonna run. They probably should have, but they're not going to. And we're now up by 4. 2 outs and a runner on first. And that should probably be another 4-seam. That's his best pitch right now. And it was. And that one was a little more up. And that's strike 2. And that was just a terrible at-bat. Okay, and yep, we're in a shift. Yeah, and they'll just tag him out. Okay, is he gonna run? He is not. And that's a double play. Okay, and it is 4-1. 2 outs and a runner on second. And that is gone. So we just hit a home run in Texas. That is our 3rd home run of the year. 410 feet. At 103.7 miles per hour. And there we go. See how far that went. There we go. Not bad. And we're now up by 6. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th and a runner on first. And that's another double play from third. And it's the top of the 9th with nobody out and a runner on first. They gave us that one up and in without us having to call any timeouts. There we go, 1-1. One and 2 on a terrible swing. And we broke our bat, and that's an out. And we've won. And we pinch ran in that last one, but it didn't let us do anything. And we did lose that one. So when I say it didn't let us do anything, I mean we didn't even get to see that we were on base. So, at the end of this episode, we are tied with the Rangers for first place in the American League West. And I want to thank everybody for watching. My name is All Stream That. Hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications.